Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Indiana Tech Esports channel. My name is Bub, and I'm joined by the coach of Syracuse University Rocket League, otherwise known as Passion University. When passion meets tech, yeah, you have Kamikaze. How you doing?
Doing good, and we're getting into this game right now. You know, we have Northwood versus Tech, and from what you told me, we previously lost 4-1, I think, right?
Correct.
Somewhere on that. Should be interesting now.
The lone loss for the Warriors in NECC's regular season was to this Northwood roster, 4-1. That was coming off of, I believe, 4 consecutive wins. So Northwood coming off a, top 4 finish in CRL. Literally yesterday, Kami, you and I were talking about this beforehand, as well as a 4-3 win over Concord, who they, Northwood fans, shield your ears, they lost 4-1 to yesterday. So something to prove maybe for Northwood, maybe some anger. And, better way, I guess, for Creams to start it than to promptly go off the ceiling, but Bluey will try and bring it back the other way. Now Zenil will be contested by Velocity on the backboard, who will try and bring it back, but Hockey is there. The 50 will go to the far side for Zenil again, who does lose control, and now Creams will just try and catch him control in his own corner. But, Kami, this is definitely David meets Goliath as Bluey shot is steered aside.
I mean, yeah, it's kind of one of those matchups where Northwood, especially off of experience, should have the edge. I think one thing that will be, a little bit tough, and that, what? Okay. It's going to be a little bit tough for the Warriors here because this is a team that likes to have aggression. This is not one of your defensive case teams where maybe even if you're like trying to swing up, if they're more defensive heavy, you can take advantage of them, like trying to control it too much. This is a Northwood team that will come out swinging, and the Warriors will need to try to find a goal here early if they want to capitalize on that.
They're trying to find the extension upfield, but it'll be cut off. Velocity finds Bluey infield, but Zenil is there. He will look to work this one up through the air dribble, cut off by Bluey, and it will go back to Reshiram, who only has 1 touch. Bluey gets around 1. Creams will watch as this hits 2 Warriors and then 50s its way off the sidewall. Creams just right back once more. Velocity on the near post gets underdunked, and it's 1-0 Northwood. It's Creams.
And as we see here, Creams with a good pressure on there. Velocity just kind of panicking. Probably should have gone like a clear out instead of controlling it, but, you know, capitalized by Northwood there, and Tech will be down 0-1 going in 2 minutes, 50 seconds left.
2:50 to go. This will go off the far wall and promptly back into the Warrior end. Bluey, the lone man remaining. This will actually be faked back for the shot attempt there from, I believe it was Hockey, denied by Bluey, and Hockey will look to play this one back, although not uncontested. Velocity is there. We'll get 1 touch, and now Zenil looking for Hockey, but Bluey will, Velocity will have a quick turn. Bluey the follow off the sidewall. Resh to the backboard. Velocity's there! Tie game!
And we tie it. Right there, a good team play by the Warriors. It's going to be probably their key play here. You got to beat around this Northwood team that will play the aggressive dives, try to go for the confidence plays. And as we see a goal here, we have a ball game still.
2:24 to go. It was Creams on one end. It was Velocity the other way. A fresh game with about half of it to go. Velocity will send it back into the Northwood end. Now back out into the middle again. Velocity just a little too slow to it. It will be sent back, but that 50 will find its way in the middle. Resh for the double. It's on target, and the Warriors have the lead.
And that's exactly the lead you need in these situations, especially against a team that will play aggressive. You want to be able to capitalize off opportunities like this and show that you can have the dominance in this, as we see Resh with a good play off of Bluey.
The Frenchman providing a baguette to give the Warriors a 2-1 lead. Now Reshiram will promptly be deleted for giving the Warriors a lead. And now Creams back the other way. Another demo. Creams looking for the response. Denied by Velocity. Cleared out. And now Bluey on the counterattack just gets the dunk. Northwood will reset. It is Hockey with no boost in the tank. Does pick up the mid. Resh will try and challenge from behind. He will steal it off his car, but Hockey nearly stayed with it. Bluey now low boost. Will 50 its way back to Velocity, who just sends it back. You know, a quick start as we anticipated for Northwood here at Kami, but the Warriors, well, they're known for punching back, as, well, you've coached against yourself. Maybe a little bit more here than we've anticipated, although Cream's looking for the answer. This one won't find it.
And, you know, kind of looking at this especially, it's back and forward. Definitely coaching against this team. They have their capabilities. I think definitely confidence is key for the Warriors. When it comes down to it, if they're not fully confident at times, they can give away stuff they normally wouldn't, as well as teams that are more, I think, at times structured can take advantage of their lack of experience together. But a team like Northwood, the way you can take advantage is this. Can it be a goal? No! Wait, it's in! That's a goal? Like, yeah,
We'll take it. It's 3-1 with 55 seconds to go here in game one. Now Rush Sharam. Lip reset to the backboard. Caught Northwood by surprise. Did not catch Zanil by surprise, though. Velocity's 50 is not great. That demo, though, is fantastic. So that will give Reshiram time, which will be promptly removed by Hockey. And Velocity will just look for the clear. Northwood, 30 seconds to go. They did get the first one, but man, the response for the Warriors, Creams looking on the extension, denied. Zanil, one more try, and with 15 seconds to go, Kami, do you have this on the bingo card in game one?
I mean, I kind of had the possibility. Just the way that it happened, especially that last goal there.
Excuse me, Rush?
I guess Rush is going to get the goal. Northwood kind of chalking up there, but not like the third goal to kind of ice it though. Like, I did not expect nobody to be back. To be fair, like I said, they will play aggressive at times, and I think that's what the Warriors are going to have to capitalize on if they're wanting to take down a team like this, especially making sure you can constantly elevate your game when Northwood tries to go up a level. You need to be able to match that to be able to make sure they don't try to outpace you at points.
Well, game one is a tech, yeah. It didn't look like it at first. Northwood got off to the start that we anticipated, but the response was the Warriors times 4, including 3 from the Frenchman. Velocity with 1 blue with an assist as well. An assist for everybody involved. Creams, the lone goal for Northwood, that one was unassisted on the underdunk on the goal line on Velocity. Shots relatively even for both sides, which is not something that the Warriors are maybe accustomed to, Kami. We've seen it this year. They're aggressive. They throw a lot of shots on target. Game one was pretty even, but they still found the net 3 times more than their opponents. Odd. This feels odd. I'm not sure how else to describe it.
Especially against a team like this, I think coming into it, we could think maybe more of a try to counterattack approach, but it wasn't really that. They were actually trying to contest them at the ball majority of times. It wasn't giving, because against a team like this, especially with Tech, their capabilities that they have of working it together can be advantageous for them against a team that likes to play really fast and solo-oriented. For example, with this Northwood team, they like to just play beats and have their individual capabilities open up that outlet, where Tech tries to outlet each other earlier on to make sure you get that guaranteed connection, which works the field at times a lot better than the solo method going in.
Yeah, absolutely. And by the way, we talked about the NECC bracket a little bit. Concord was the team that Northwood had just beat in the upper semis. Concord then promptly got swept by Cumberland. So Cumberland will await the loser of this series. And if this is the way the Warriors are going to be playing, Cumberland has got a tough matchup no matter who they play in the next round. Velocity will look to turn this quickly, but Northwood trying to turn that one on a dime. This is available in front of the Warrior net. Resch will promptly clear it out. Creams will have one and make it 2 touches. Actually goes for the underdunk, but now Velocity back the other way. He will go for the flip. He'll actually leave it for Resch to the backboard. Bluey now. He'll drop it on target, and it's 1-0. 5 unanswered for the Warriors.
I mean, like I said, the team play working with each other against a Northwood team that's going to try to play individual heavy, you got to be able to take advantage of that. The back wall currently right now is where they're getting a lot of their goals from, which I wouldn't expect it against this type of team. But, I mean, if it works, keep it going.
We'll see if that trend continues the rest of the way. Northwood surely going to have an answer. This is available. That one's off the bar. The rebound is cleared out wide, nearly doubling up for the Warriors, but for now it's still 1-0 Velocity. There's a beat around one. Zenil around Resh, but he still has control now. He's been deleted, but it's right into Creams' hands. Velocity will catch that play, and he'll just look to turn and burn, but Hockey will run some interference for now. Resh actually, I think, faked the musty, and now we'll just go for the flip up over the top of Creams. Now Velocity on the follow. That one was denied, and now this is where it gets tough. Bluey facing the counterattack, but it's just a clearance right into the backboard. This is a pass right across. Back one more time. Velocity will deny that one on the backboard. Zenil dropping down for Creams again. Velo with the save, and it stays 1-0. Hockey towards the net. Resh will steer this one aside. Northwood will just look to recover now, and it is Zenil, but he'll lose the ball, and Velocity will just keep it moving. Resh now finds Bluey in the offensive zone, and the Warriors survive that push from Northwood.
I mean, we're just constantly seeing this transition of pressure. Right now, a bit more from Northwood, which we did expect at some point, as we're going to see a double maybe, but not there fully. It's going to be one of those situations. Warriors just need to keep up being able to get them off their half. Right now, it's not looking that great, as maybe a goal here. And wait, it's a save? But it's still going to be out. Good stuff for the Warriors here. Not letting them able to capitalize. I think right now, they got to play defense. If they're not able to get this ball out, they got to get it clear that will. Northwood is going to constantly try to pressure. Getting a clear like that, like I was saying, is going to be the most beneficial for a team like them.
Warriors actually have a boost advantage right now. This will find its way in the middle. The fake for Velocity! Resh with the finish. It's 2-0.
As we see a nice opportunity here, low off the back wall. Nice team play, works it out, and we're going to get a 2-0 lead here for the Warriors in game 2.
You've seen Velocity do that a lot this year, but man, the guts to do that in a moment like that, I don't know. That is wild indeed. And now Northwood, they're going to look for a response quickly. Zenil trying to do it himself, and Resh came back to support Velocity in time. Now Resh in a 1v1. That will drop back for Velo. Velo with the dunk up over the top. It's still there on the goal line, and it gets cleared out by Zenil. Resh off the sidewall. The net is open, but Creams got back in time. Northwood barely escaping the 3-0 deficit, but just for now, still 2-0 as we cross the 2-minute mark.
And as you said, the 2-minute mark here, this is very crucial for the Warriors to try to close this game out, get a 2-0 lead against this team. It will show that they are putting Northwood on the backseat, not giving them too much leeway. Now, we will see Creams up the wall, but the one thing I want to see from Warriors here is try to re-get on that offense. Right now, I think what's happening is they are getting pressed because Northwood is finding the touches they need. But I think what they're doing very well is they're not, as that almost went in, but they're doing really well at not trying to just overdo it. They're making sure their clears are very capitalizable on where they can follow it. They're trying to play a smart game here as almost over Zenil, but I just need to see that offense again. Right now it's getting towards it, but you never know, Bub. It could be one of those things where we go back to defense.
We'll see for now, although for the first 4 minutes of this game, it's been pretty positive, although Bluey tested there as the answer. Velocity finds the clearance and then finds a second one all the way back downfield. Northwood forced to reset here in the final 60. Bluey, does he have the double? It's into the midfield. No one home for the Warriors, and now Cream's back the other way. He's just going to go into the middle to commit, though, and now Zenil looking for an answer. Into the middle. Velocity shuts it down on the near pipe. Hockey is there. He'll just try and work this one out. Northwood running out of time. That actually turned into a double commit, but there's a bump. There's an opening, and Northwood on the board. It's 2-1. The run ends at 6.
I mean, this is something you kind of expect from Northwood to eventually get a goal. I think Tech is still doing good. As long as we can keep this lead, it shouldn't be too much of an issue, but Northwood is looking like they're getting more pressure now than before.
37 seconds, buckle up. It's a long way home here. Zenil gets bumped off the kickoff, but Hockey's still on it. Velocity just has the pop, and now Cream's looking for an answer. All the Warriors low on boost. There's a shot. Resh able to deny this one. Zenil will look to work this one to the middle. Velocity cuts it off. Hockey looking to go midfield, but Bluey cuts it away. Creams with one, make it two into the middle. Flip reset. He's going to use it. Resch is there. He's got another one to work it through, and he will. 5 seconds to go. Velocity just looking to ice it. Finds its way back to Resch. This may touch terra firma, and it will. A 2-0 series lead for the Warriors, and that Kami was survival at the end.
And I mean, really good there by the Warriors to be able to keep them out of the net. It definitely was a little bit scary, as I think most of their shots were coming from the beginning of the game here with the 8 shots to 10. Northwood starting to rev it up at the end. Kind of a little worry for me going into this game 3. I think Tech, as long as they can start strong again, that is the key way that they capitalize on these opportunities. Having strong starts always tend to lean in their favor. Now, the whole problem is going to be, can we keep those leads till the end? That Northwood team towards the end of that game started to light up our net constantly over and over again.
Yeah, shots were 10-8 by the end of the game, and about 5, I think, were in the last minute and a half there. Northwood really started to ask a lot of questions out of the Warriors. We'll see if Indiana Tech is able to keep that same trend moving here. Resch will look to promptly give the Warriors another lead, but this one cut down by Creams, who has seemingly had enough. It is Bluey from the backboard. He will work this one out, but cut back again by Zanil. Now in the near post, it's Velocity putting a hand up. Hockey through him. And now the Frenchman, who has been lighting up the scoreboard so far. Only as far as Creams in the midfield, but now Bluey. He'll work his way through. Finds it all the way through the goal mouth, but nobody home. And this will find its way back into midfield. Velocity puts a hand up, and now Hockey with the clear. Northwood with the press. Into the middle. There's a shot, and there's a goal. It is Creams to make it 1-0.
And this is where I was talking about, like, the pressure. I think, past 2 games we've gotten the first goal, so it's beneficial. But now Northwood in the driver's seat off the rip. I think we definitely are looking not too bad, especially we almost should have gotten a goal there, but kind of worrisome in the beginning of this game.
Still lots of time. Resch will work this one off the sidewall, but it's right into Creams' hands, who has taken control and slowed the game down almost every opportunity he's had. Velocity has been bumped off the ball. Resch Sharam will look for the answer. He's got Velocity with him. He's actually going to defer to him, and a save made there by, I believe that was Hockey. Velocity infield for Bluey, denied again. Velocity tries to work it over to Resch. Cream's able to put a hand up, but still finds its way back to Bluey. And now Velocity looking for Resch. This time cut off. Bluey will work it into the corner. He will just simply find some clearance. Hockey will play it back towards Creams. And now Northwood looking to start at the attack. Velocity puts a hand up here. Resch off the corner. There's a demo. Bluey recovered off of it, and we're tied.
And we see here the passing is working really well for them. They started just constantly being able to work it to each other, not really giving up possession, and then eventually just, Northwood would crack under the pressure.
What a recovery there from Bluey as well off that bump from Creams. It's the only reason you're able to find the back of the net as quick as you did, and now a chance to make it 2-1! It's Bluey again!
Bluey showing a masterclass here, gets the first there off the free net, but this one, a double off a kickoff, not much boost to play. Zanil not able to get back to it, and right now Tech finally getting the lead that they need.
A 2-1 lead with 3:24 to go, playing out in a scary similar way to game 1. Northwood, we'll see where the response comes, because the closer we get towards those 2 terrifying words that are match point, the more Northwood will begin to crank up the heat. Resch underneath. This will free up some space for Bluey. Does he have the double? It's actually just a play infield. Bluey again infield, but no one was home this time. Resch will just work it in again. There's Velocity. He's going to try and follow this. He will slow it down. Actually drop it down. Bluey was there. And now the follow from Resch. This one's just a bouncer on target, denied by Creams. The follow from Bluey. It's still there. Velocity, does he have it? He fakes it. And it's denied again by the Northwood defense. The Warriors are all over Northwood right now, and they might not be done. Velocity makes it 3!
I I don't think they gave away possession 1 second there. Like, for the past, like, 20, 30 seconds here, they constantly, worst case, not shooting, just giving it to each other. Northwood expecting shots, just not able to play it, stuck in their net, and a 3-1 lead with half the game left. Just need to keep this up.
I don't understand what Coach K. Frost is cooking out there. Kami, I don't know what you're seeing. I mean, other than a tech, yeah, but I mean, we're halfway gone. It's going to be 3-2. What a stop on the goal line. It does finally go. Creams will find it. But this has been go ahead.
Yeah. I think one thing with K-Frost is doing, he's trying to get them to look more like as a team, not try to like do anything too much individually. Like at times, if you have the opportunity, which has been working, but this game, I think we can agree, compared to 1 and 2, this is a lot more possession than we saw of them. Maybe they're just getting warmed up, but we need to see how this game goes.
Yeah, one way or the other, this is a completely different Warrior machine than what Northwood saw in the first meeting. Rush off the rebound, get that goal right back. Tech Wee, it's 4-2.
And we're getting a tech, here, as the save there by Northwood, I think Creams, right, was there, but just good play by Bluey and Resh, just getting the goal, and now 2-0 lead. They keeping up this lead will put us in a match point situation. I think, I don't know if Northwood's going to be able to come back from that. Oh my.
I mean, I'm be honest with you. I looked away for a half second, saw the ball, saw it on the goal line again. Yeah, this is a new demon that's coming out for the Warriors here. Here comes Creams, looking to get a response, but nothing there. Velocity with the clearance. Resh into the corner. It's going back the other way. Hockey looking for Zenil. He will find clearance, and now Velocity will get dunked. This will find its way into the midfield. There's a shot denied by Bluey, and Velocity will look to work it back the other way, but not without some interference. So Resh will come in. Bluey with one touch is just a pop, maybe to buy some time, but it does hand the ball over to Hockey. 16 boost in the tank. We'll just try and find it again, but it goes back to Creams. No one home, though. Northwood down to the final 60 seconds. They can't even keep like sustainable possession in the offensive zone. Resh with his second. It's 5-2.
It's looking like just Northwood's trying to get pressure, but Tech's doing good at denying it. Especially this game, a lot of the transitions are capitalizing to where they can constantly keep this ball while going out, and they're not just giving away. They're constantly able to send that half, and Northwood just not used to this type of fight back. It looks like this is just going to be game over. I do not have faith in this Northwood team to try to bring this back. Let me knock on some wood there, but you never know.
And 40 seconds left. We've seen Northwood do crazier things before, but certainly if this is the way the Warriors are going to play the rest of this game, this is a tall task. This is sent back by Resh. Bluey, who has been a new beast in the latter stages of this series, looking for his third. He won't find it, but it opens up space for Resh. Okay, Velocity's just going to grief it. Maybe it doesn't matter with 15 seconds on the clock. Bluey's just going to try and find some clearance. A demo away from the play. Make it 2 demos away from the play. Ladies and gentlemen, the Warriors are up 3-0 on Northwood.
I mean, if you're looking at how the regular season went, you would not be expecting this. But, Tech here, we kind of have the expectation that this is a possibility, and everything's clicking on all cylinders. Northwood not really able to capitalize on much stuff. I mean, look at the shots here. We did outshoot them this game 13-8. It just goes to show a lot of the possession we had was constant. We weren't just giving away. We were able to get shots, get opportunities, and get goals out of it.
I don't know, man. I'm out of words. I'm gonna be completely candid with everyone who's watching. Kami, you and I were talking about it. We before this had all started, we were expecting a decent series. We were not expecting a 3-0 lead for the Warriors 3 games into the series. You can't count Northwood out. Look at the roster. Look at the history this team has. Yes, this Indiana Tech team has been very, very good. They have been a lot better than I think a lot of people have given them credit for this year. But man, Northwood has had so many good results over so many years in so many leagues. They were just top 4 in CRL, and that was a bad result for them yesterday, comparatively speaking, for what the expectations are. So to see what's happening here, I don't know, man. This is crazy.
Yeah, no, I think the expectation, we thought, honestly, I think this would probably be tooth and nail, like looking like 2-2 by now, maybe like could be a 3-1, but then one team fighting back. We did not expect this to go 3-0, especially in our favor for how it did go in the regular season. We thought maybe they would be hungry after CRL, but it looks like Tech is more hungry than Northwood.
We're going to look for the immediate answer, Bluey. Diving back for the save. Creams not able to make contact, so this will just be available on the goal line, but it will pop back up for Hockey. It's actually over his head. Resh will decide he is the one who's going to hit the ball. Zenil will go for the 50. Creams will send it back. Bluey in the corner has it, and now Resh. Around one, Hockey will leave it for Zenil, and another goal line stop by Velocity, who finds clearance. Is it over Creams' head? No, it's not. He will look to work it back. It will be cut off by Resh. No boost in the tank, but he will keep the play moving. He gets the bump! Velocity makes it 1!
This is a perfect start to this game, especially after, you know, already being up 3-0, wanting to, it seems like the Warriors wanting to close this out in 4 as we get the goal there. Really good play by them, good force off by Resh, good shot by Velo, and we're up 1-0.
4:16 to go. It's a long way away from being done, but this is a crazy turn of events. Reminder, Northwood got a pretty routine goal relatively early in game 1, but from that point on, it's been all Warriors for those who are tuning in. I don't have possession numbers exactly on hand, but it's been pretty one-sided. The shot totals are finally starting to lean, as you mentioned, Kami, in the last game especially. Velocity will look to do more of that. He's got a man in the middle. That's Resh Sharam. It's just a little bit too far. Bluey will look to turn it back the other way, but Hockey is there. Resh gets the 50 on Zenil. He's got no support, though, so Creams will look to send it back to the backboard. Drops it down in front. Nobody home. So Velocity will work it out wide. Hockey is there. Bluey with one touch. Make it 2. Can he keep moving? No. Zenil around him, and now Velocity just a 50. Resh the speedy follow. Does he get the flip? Of course he does, but Creams will put the hand up this time, and Northwood stabilizing for a bit here, Kami, but we still haven't seen that S+ threat that we're used to seeing from this team.
I mean, it kind of looks like what's happening is with us working the ball more to each other, we're not giving Northwood the opportunities they're used to.
Oh, there it is.
It's not, as I say that, Zenil getting a goal, but Northwood is used to having, like, based off of constantly forcing. They're used to getting that space off of it because teams react poorly in a way. So far, other than some of the goals we've given, Tech has been pretty adamant about not letting those opportunities be capitalized on and being able to capitalize on them themselves.
Creams is going to be awkward here off the kickoff. Bluey will keep the press on. Zenil puts a hand up. Bluey wins the 50. Hockey's awkward. Velocity found it. I think he was harassed as well. All's well that ends well. It is 2-1 Warriors.
And as we see this, there will be a 2-1 Velo getting the shot there. Kind of worried that he was going to hit it too slow at first, but, you know, 2-1 lead, back in the driver's seat. This is what the Warriors need. Try to close this out early. Don't give them any type of fight back with the game.
Velocity will look across here. Bluey is there. Wow, the pinch a little bit too much, and it will find its way all the way back, although that was a beautiful play. I don't think Northwood was ready for it. A bump comes out, surely called, but no follow-through again from Northwood off the attempt on the backboard. Warriors will work it out to midfield. Hockey off the sidewall. He has Creams, but Bluey just not letting Northwood get anything clean, and Velocity doing just that once more. Creams, no boost, will just keep the play moving here. He'll work it infield. Here's a shot attempt off the pipe times 2. Zenil the rebound. The double will go, and we're tied at 2.
As we see there, you know, it's just the pressure. They finally, Northwood finally got what they want. They're kind of just putting shots on. Panicked by the Warriors there, and it's 2-2. Luckily, no lead given, but it's kind of worrying when we see that.
2:03 to go, a 2-2 game, and Bluey will punch this one right into the Northwood end. Zanil will look to work this one back. Bluey will strip it off his car, and that will find its way up over Velocity's head. And now Velocity around the west! The lead right back to the Warriors. That's Velo's third. It's 3-2.
And they're just currently making sure, like, they see the outlet pass there, fakes out Creams, it looks like, and it's just good play by the Warriors. Good pass by Rush, good shot by Velo.
1:50 to go. A 1-goal lead for the Warriors. Hardly secure, but hope-inducing indeed. Velocity with a save. He'll work it around another. Gets the 50. Hockey will try and cut this off. He'll do exactly that. Zanil has no boost, so a clear to the backboard is all he's got to commit for the Warriors. Velocity will promptly send it to the left side. Creams is there, but so is Resharam, who will have the corner read. He'll go bottom right. Denied again, and now Zanil on the counterattack. Can Bluey make the save? Yes, he can. The rebound, though, to commit, and Creams has tied the game. We've got a shootout going here in Game 4.
It looks like it's just a fight, you know, back and forth, blow after blow right now. Warriors constantly getting the lead back, but Northwood fighting back. Northwood trying to be able to stay in the series, get a game to at least get footing, but Warriors, we believe right now, close this out, get it done, do our thing.
Zanil's going to find clearance. Hockey is there. He will find one on target. Denied on the goal line. Creams, the rebound, has to get through everybody. Resh will make the save, and Velocity will guide this one outside. Creams will look to turn this one back as we cross the final 60. It's the first time in a while that Northwood, actually I think all series, Northwood has found themselves in this situation, but a counterattack for the Warriors. Resh to Velocity. Underneath! 4-3!
I think every play we primarily had, other than Bluey's two, like, kind of double touches, it's been teamwork. Like, just the pass there, making sure not to take the selfish play. Northwood trying to play for the solo, but the Warriors just working around Northwood.
The brain is just too large, ladies and gentlemen. He's a college student for a reason. Velocity has 4. He might be on the process of making it 5, but Northwood is one of the best teams in the country for a reason. They will look to promptly tie this game, and they will do exactly that. Zanil has tied it with 33 seconds to go. Man, when we have a goal, Northwood promptly the answer. When it looks like one team has, you know, grinded away for 30, 45 seconds for one, the other one with the immediate counterpunch. At this point, it may not even be, there might not even be a 4 on the scoreboard by the time this game's over. There could be 5, 6, or yes, I'll make the joke, 7 before this game is done.
I mean, as we're seeing here, it's just constantly like trading. It's just trading punches. That almost was a goal by Creams off the demo. But right now, the Warriors looks like we're trying to bring into OT here. Oh, it's not a great situation as it's going to be a shot by Northwood, but Creams can't get it and save. It's another save by Wood. And he's bringing it to OT by himself there.
Oh, it was there. They just mistimed it. Overtime. Someone's winning this game 5-4. It's a fake kickoff from Northwood. Creams looking for Zanil in the extension. Does he have the corner read? He does. Near post save made by the Warriors. This one comes back. Left in midfield. Down to Bluey. Bluey on target. Ball game!
And it's a 4-0 sweep. The team play, they just needed to bring it to overtime. Northwood was getting pressure, but the team play, like I've said this throughout the whole series, they just work the ball to each other. They will get around this Northwood team, and it turns out it just becomes a 4-0 sweep.
What just happened? Northwood just got swept by the Warriors. Excuse me? Tommy, this might be the biggest win they've had since that St. Clair win earlier in the year. That's incredible.
This is after what? 4-3? They 4-3 Concord to get to us. And then just like sheer dominance, in my opinion. There wasn't really any area I saw. Like, obviously we're letting pressure happen. I think what happened is the boost count started to go low. We're starting to get panicked, but majority of it, we're always making sure we can hit back, not give away any free touches, like at times, or at least stuff that would make us lose game. But generally a good performance by the Warriors there.
Yeah, I mean, Dude, I got no answers. Like, every time that was not Northwood not necessarily playing well in game 3 either. They were doing exactly what we were talking about we were afraid of, Kami. They were controlling the play. They were creating chances in the offensive zone, and they were burying them. Every time the Warriors got one, it was an immediate response, and it wasn't just one of them. It was all of them. But Velocity gets 4 goals and then is a major part in the 5th one there at the end. I have no idea. The Warriors now have 2 lives, ladies and gentlemen, in the finals against either this Northwood team or Cumberland, who has had a crazy run back and now get a chance to get their get back on Northwood.
Yeah, I mean, just like, I'm kind of shocked. I thought maybe like this would, if Warriors were going to win a 4-1, 4-2, you know, it's kind of what we were coming into. We thought we were going to see like game wins like between the two, and then maybe something clears up after like game 4. But the Warriors kind of just always made sure to score. Even when we went down that, I think it was game 3, if I'm correct, we went down 1 goal immediately, and it's like, okay, maybe this is a Northwood we might see be more proactive, more on their aggression. The Warriors just said, oh, 1 goal? That doesn't mean anything. We're just gonna go get 5. It was 5-2.
I have no idea. It really does remind me of what that St. Clair series looked like early, and I mean early in the NECC season. That St. Clair team, by the way, just won CRL Ball 2025. Back-to-back defending CRL champions. Shout out St. Clair. But this win, it feels different to that one, Kami. That's just a crazy, that changes rankings. As far as I'm concerned, Colleague will have their own opinion on it, and fair, valid. Colleague, I understand CRL results are what they are, and Kami, you'll surely have something to argue about Syracuse as well. Sure, I'll take the heat. Has Syracuse beat Northwood?
No.
There you go. There you go. Passion University. No, seriously, all the respect in the world to Syracuse. Goats out there. Absolute goats. I'm working on getting an interview. I'm waiting to see who wants to do an interview. We're not really sure who it's going to be. I think it's going to be Bluey. I don't even think we're going to go to a break. I think Bluey's actually already here. Hey, Bluey, you here?
Nah.
Oh, he's not here. Okay. We're going to go to a break. No, I'm kidding. Bluey, you got the game winner there. That's a 4-0 sweep over Northwood. Pretty good result, no?
Yeah, I mean, we're just super confident today, and I think it showed.
Yeah, I mean, that's... Wow. Different team compared to what we're used to seeing in the past, yeah.
I mean, this is our league. If we're going to win in anything, it's this.
Fair enough. Kami, anything you got?
I mean, especially when you guys had your really, I think towards the end of game 2, me and Bub were talking about, they started to look a lot more aggressive. And I was kind of a little bit nervous because I'm like, this is Northwood team that can swing. It's like, you guys are looking great. What was kind of like the idea when you guys saw them start to put the pressure on y'all?
I'm not gonna lie, we didn't have a single game plan going into that series. We just kind of played free ball, and we're just better. I don't know.
K-Frost, what are you doing, man? Bluey, thoughts on K-Frost?
I mean, K-Frost, he's a great lad, great coach. We use a lot of what he tells us, but I think today we were just feeling it, and it showed. Just gotta trust it when it's peaking.
I mean, yeah, it clearly showed.
Yeah, 100%.
In a dominant fashion.
So you've got 2 lives now. You said if you're going to win anything, it's going to be here. It is either going to be a rematch against Northwood, or it's going to be Cumberland, who I don't think you guys have played in this league yet, because I think you guys came from different divisions. Is there a preference? Do you not care? You feel confident no matter what? I think I know the answer, but I want to hear it from you.
I mean, I think Cumberland's the easier team, but we're fine with anyone, really. We have 2 series.
Kami, anything else? One last question before we go?
I mean, I don't think I have anything. Just congratulations to your 4-0 sweep. You get the extra live going into the grand finals, and I hope the best for y'all.
Thank you.
Alrighty. Well, that was Bluey, who won the series against Northwood. Got, I think, 2 or 3 goals there in game 3 as well. I mean, all three of them played absolutely incredible. I have really no words. They sometimes do this to me where they leave me with no words, and this is one of those moments.
Not the heart attack.
Yeah, no heart attacks today. This is just like leaving. This is the opposite end of the spectrum where it's just all positives and I have nothing to say. They will play on December 3rd. So we got a decent break. That's over a week from now. That's next Wednesday. If math is mathing correctly in my head, which, historically not the greatest math person in the world. Kami is rolling his eyes because he knows. If you know, you know. That's it, Kami. It was a lot of fun having you here. This was kind of an unexpected occurrence with you and I being here, but it's a blast when we get to do stuff like this. That is actually also the only broadcast we have going this week. So the Warriors 4-0 over Northwood. That does it for this week. Thank you guys all for tuning in. Shout out to Joseph Skaboosh or Eskaboosh. I can never tell which way is the correct way to pronounce it. He says both works, I'm pretty sure. I don't know, man. Shout out to Northwood. Shout out to St. Clair. Shout out to Syracuse. Shout out to Team Silenced as well over there with Kamikaze and company. That is all. Everybody take care. We'll see you next week. Warriors 4-0 over Northwood.
Sweet.